Hello dear student, this side Ashish Singh, your chemistry faculty. Dear student, today we are going to discuss the grand test 8 question paper. Okay, now we are going to discuss the question paper here in this session. So if we are going to discuss the level of the question paper, what are the difficulty level? So basically it is the easy to moderate question paper, and mostly organic portion are more here in this question paper. So now we are going to start the paper solution. Okay, so you see here question number first, what is given? 46 number question. Select the suitable reagent for the following reaction. Okay, here reaction is given. One reaction is basically given CH3CH double bond CH2OH. Okay, gives CH3CH double bond CH2 is given. Okay, so what I am basically observing here, basically we are going to observe here in this question, OH group is basically going to convert in CHO group, right? What we are observing, OH is basically going to convert in CHO. So if we are going to convert the OH group in the CHO group, in the aldehyde group, so what is required? We required a mild oxidizing agent, correct or not? Not a strong oxidizing agent. So here this one is basically going to convert directly in COOH because it is the strong oxidizing agent. So this option is fully wrong only. And this is John's reagent, this is also not required, this is also not required, and this one is PCC. Okay, what is this? This is PCC, and what is the name of this one? Pyridinium chlorochromate. Okay, this is mild oxidizing agent. Okay, what type of oxidizing agent? This is mild oxidizing agent. Okay, please remember this one. This is the mild oxidizing agent, and this is going to convert the OH group into the CHO group. Understood? So accordingly we are going to discuss. So option number 4th is the correct answer of this question. Okay, now I am coming on the next question. See this question here, 4th one, 47 number question. Increasing order of Kb, okay, of the following amines. Okay, so here basically amines is given, and just we have to tell the increasing order of Kb. Okay, so basically if Kb is going to increase now, if Kb is going to increase, so definitely basic nature of amines is going to increase. Okay, so the basic nature increases. What type of nature is going to increase? What type of nature is going to increase? So basically we have to know basic nature is going to increase if Kb increases. Okay, so what we are knowing here, first one is benzene amine is given. Okay, so if benzene amine is given, like this type of condition is given, so definitely this one is very less basic. Okay, so this one is fully, this order means this is very less basic, like that we have to know, because order we have to provide now anyway. So this is less basic, and after that here this is ethanamine, and this is N-cation dimethyl amine is given. Okay, so here in this what we need to do, so this is CH3 CH2 NH2, right? And this is what, if I am going to write this one, this is CH3, and this is also CH3, and this is also CH3. Okay, so if I am writing the basic nature in the aqueous phase, if I am going to write here basic nature in the aqueous phase, okay, in the aqueous phase, if I am going to write here, so what we are going to get here? We are going to get here 2 degree, then 1 degree, then 3 degree. Okay, so if I am going to compare this 1 degree and this 3 degree, we are going to compare, so 1 degree is more basic, right? It means basically P is very less. Okay, then after that which one will come? R will come, and then Q will come in last only. So third option is the correct one of the increasing order of basic nature. Okay, increasing order of basic nature. You understood, I hope. Now I am coming on the next question. So suppose see this question, next question what is given here, 48 is basically match list first with the list second. Okay, we have to match the list first with the list second. So first one is the CH3NH2. Okay, CH3NH2, this method basically we are using for the Gel-Dal method. Okay, so first one is going to match with B, but remember this point, this Gel-Dal method only we are using for the nitrogen related compound, but not a nitro compound like CH3NH2. This type of compound we can take, but not a nitro compound or nitrogen coming in the ring. For this also not valid. If diazonium chloride type of any salt are coming, so for that also not valid. Okay, And if after that, now I am coming Dumas method. So Dumas method we can use this method, means if I am coming second one, so second one basically going to match with C, means Dumas method is basically going to use for all types of compound like nitrogen compound, either it is the ring or nitro compound or any compound are there, or benzene diazonium chloride type of compound are there. For that we are using the Dumas method for the estimation. Okay. And if halogen containing compound are there, so definitely for that we are going to use the Carius method. Okay. And after that, here if we are taking like ether type of any compound, so for that no any direct method are there. So if we are going to match this one, so first one is going to match with B, okay, and second one going to match with C, first one with B, second one C, and third one if we are going to discuss, so it is going to D, and fourth one it is going to match with A only. Okay. So fourth option is the correct option of this question. Okay. So for this question, which one is the correct option? Fourth one is the correct answer for this question. Now I am coming on the next question. See this one. Here what point is given? The kinetic energy of a particle is increased to, okay, 4 times its initial value of the de Broglie equation. Okay. What they are telling in the question, basically kinetic energy is basically increases how many time? 4 time. Okay. So they are asking the wavelength, okay, lambda. So lambda equal to, if we are going to discuss, h by under root 2m into ke. Okay. So like that condition are there. Okay. So this is the formula. So here ke is basically they are telling 4 times. Okay. So here it will come 1 by under root 4. It means it will come how much? 1 by 2 it will come. Okay. So half it will come. How much it will come? Half. So anywhere if it is given half of its initial value, okay, half of its initial value. Okay. So which one is the correct answer? First option is the correct one for this question. Okay. Now I am coming on the next question. See this one. Here from the following given statement, here what statement is given? First one, OH hydrogen bond length is more than OH covalent bond length. Okay, this is statement is okay, this is correct only. Okay. Now I am coming, lithium fluoride is greater ionic character, okay, than CSF, okay, cesium fluoride. So here point is this now, if I am going to check now, this lithium fluoride not having a greater ionic character, okay, this one having cesium fluoride having a greater ionic character. So this statement, it is fully wrong only. Okay. And geometry of a water molecule is distorted tetrahedral. Okay, this is also okay. So what we can say, first and third statement is okay. Which one is the correct option? First and third option are the correct. So fourth one is the correct answer of this question. Okay. So which one is the correct answer of this question? Fourth one is the correct answer of this question. Now I am coming on the next question. See this one, 51 number question. When potassium hexachloroplatinate fourth, okay, what is given? When potassium hexachloroplatinate fourth is given, is dissolved in water. Okay, it is going to dissolve in water. The solution is basically going to contain what? Okay, so firstly we are going to dissolve the potassium hexachloroplatinate fourth. Okay, we are going to dissolve this one. So basically if I am writing the formula of this one, so K2 PtCl6, okay, so this is going to dissolve in the aqueous solution. So what we are going to get here? So basically 2K plus, okay, what we are going to get here? 2K plus, okay, this is PtCl6 2 minus. So here what we are observing, no Cl minus ion is free. Okay, no Cl minus ion is free. No Cl minus ion is free for the PPT formation, with AgNO3. Okay, formation with AgNO3, please remember, with AgNO3. So here means no Cl minus is free. Okay, so here what we can write properly, we can write does not contain any Cl minus ion, because if any free Cl minus ion not available here, so definitely it is not going to react with the silver nitrate and it is not going to convert in the AgCl as a white precipitate. Okay, it is not possible. So please remember this one. So accordingly third one is the correct answer of this question. Now I am coming on the next question. See the next question here, 52 number question. Which of the following statement are correct? Okay, so if the probability density psi square constant on a given surface, psi is also constant over the surface. Okay, this is okay. And the second one, the boundary surface for psi square and psi are identical, this is also okay. Dx square minus y square has two nodal plane between x y axis making 45 degree, okay, this is also okay. And fourth one, Schrodinger equation is written as h psi equal to e psi, h is called the Hamiltonian operator, okay, this is also correct only. So if we are going to check which indicates total energy of the system, which indicates total energy of the system, so accordingly we are going to check now. So first, second, third, fourth, all the statement is going to represent the same point only, okay. So which one is the correct answer? Second one is the correct answer of this question, okay, please remember this one. Now I am coming on the next question. See this one, 53. Given below are two statement, okay, we having two statement. One is labeled as a assertion A and the other is the basically labeled as a reason R, okay. So now assertion what is given? In the assertion one point is given ClCH2, okay, and this is COOH. So basically this is greater than, okay, HCOOH, and after that this is C6H5COOH, this is benzoic acid. So this is the definitely increasing order because here Cl is given and this is formic, this is benzoic, okay. So this is the increasing order of acidic nature, this is okay, assertion is okay, this is correct only. And now if reason I am coming now, esterification of carboxylic acid with alcohol involves protonation of carbonyl oxygen of carboxylic acid. Yes, this also correct statement, means both statement are correct, but this esterification is not going to justify from any side the acidic nature of this given compound, okay. So it is not going to explain all about this one. So what we can say, both statement are okay, but second means reason is not the correct explanation of the assertion, okay. So what we can say, both statement are correct but R is not the correct explanation of A, okay. So third one is the correct answer of this question, please remember this one. Now I am coming on the next question, 54 number question. What is given? How many of the following statement are correct, okay, just we have to check how many statement are correct here. So first statement, electrolysis of aqueous ZnCl2 using zinc electrode, H2 gas is formed at anode. This statement is wrong only. At cathode only zinc is going to deposit, not a hydrogen gas is going to release, okay. Second statement here, lambda naught m can be obtained by extrapolation of lambda m to 0 concentration for a weak electrolyte. This is not possible, this is valid for the strong electrolyte, not for the weak electrolyte, okay. And the reduction potential of hydrogen electrode when placed in a buffer solution is found to be minus 0.413 volt when pH of the buffer is 7, okay. This statement is okay. How we can say, how we can check this one? E reduction equal to, okay, if we are going to check, E reduction equal to E naught minus 0.0591, okay, by N, and log this is 1 by H plus, okay. You are knowing very well here E naught, if I am going to discuss, so how much we have to put here? E naught if we are going to put, and we have to put the pH, because 1 by log H plus it is fully pH only, okay. So pH is given 7, so if we are finding, so E of reduction how much it will come? E of reduction definitely it will come how much? Minus 0.413 volt it will come, okay. So this statement is okay. By using this formula definitely we will get this one, okay. And last one is fuel cell produce electricity with an efficiency about 70% compared to the thermal plant whose efficiency about 40%. This statement also correct only, okay. So what we can say, first and second statement is wrong and third and fourth statement is okay, okay. So what we can say, how many of the following statement are correct? So basically two statement are correct, okay. Which one is the two statement are correct? So this one we have to know. So second option is okay. Now I am coming on the next question. See this one here, match the list first with the list second, just we have to match here. So basically in first one what is given? Here CH3, CH2, NH2 is given, and this is CH3, NH, CH3 is given. Both are the functional isomer, okay, because functional group is going to change. So first one is basically going to match with the third one, okay. And here what we are observing, this is the both are the chain isomer, okay. Both are the chain isomer. So B is basically going to match with fourth one. And now if I am going to check this one, okay, C if I am going to check, so this is what, this is the metamerism, okay. So C is basically going to match with first one, and this D only we are going to discuss. So this is what, this is OH, this is OH. So here what we can say, this is the position isomer, correct or not? This is the positional isomer, because position of OH group is only going to change here, correct or not? So what we can say, D is basically going to match with the second one. So now if we are going to verify the answer, given answer, so first one is going to match with third one, okay. So first is third, and after that now I am going to discuss the second one. So second one, basically second one is going to match with fourth, okay. Second one is going to match, means B is going to match with fourth, B is going to match with fourth, and C is going to match with first, and D is going to match with second, okay. So fourth one is the correct answer of this question, okay. So which one is the correct answer? Fourth one is the correct answer of this question. Now I am coming on the next question, 56. How many of the following are intensive property? Okay, intensive property means which is not depending on the mass or volume, all these things, it is not going to depend. That one basically we are telling the intensive property, means intensive property not depending upon the mass and volume, okay. Please remember this one. So here basically first one is boiling point is okay, and after that specific gravity also okay, we can consider as a intensive property, okay. After that here what we can take, density also we can take, viscosity also we can take, and specific heat capacity also we can take. So total if we are going to count, so total 5 it will come. How much it will come? Total 5 it will come as a what type of property? As a intensive property, okay, as a intensive property. Please remember this one, as a intensive properties. Total how much it will come? Total it will come 5 only. Please remember this one, okay. Total how many intensive property it will come? Total 5 it will come. Now I am coming on the next question. See the next question here. Which of the following is monobasic acid? Okay, monobasic acid they are asking. Which one is the monobasic acid? So for that what we can do, H2SO4. So here 2H plus we are getting now. So this is not, if I am going to write H2SO4, so H2SO4 is basically going to provide the 2H plus. So this is not a monobasic, okay. H3PO2 we can take, yes or not? H3PO2 we can take, because here 1H is directly going to attach like this, H3, okay, and here 2H like 2H going to attach with directly with the phosphorus, okay, and one oxygen and one hydrogen attaching like this. So here H plus we are going to get, okay. So here only one H plus we are getting. So this is the monobasic acid, okay. We can say H3PO2 is a monobasic acid. So option second is the correct answer of this question, okay. Which one is the correct answer? Option second. Now I am coming on the next question. See this one here, what is given in this question. Which one of the following is a wrongly matched for the given intermediate and reaction, okay. So just we have to tell which one is basically going to wrongly match, okay. So one is basically it is given for Riemann-Tiemann reaction, okay, Riemann-Tiemann reaction, and after that second one it is given for Itard reaction, and third one is basically it is given for Wolff-Kishner reduction, okay, and this is valid for the Stephen reduction. So which one is wrongly matched? So this is okay, this is correct only, this is also correct, okay. Now after that if I am coming for Wolff-Kishner reduction, so it is basically going to convert the, okay, it is basically going to convert the double bond oxygen group, okay, carbonyl group into the alkane, okay. So it is not correct, okay. This is okay, because here, so in this question what we can do, just you see one time. So in this question you see what is given, 58. Which of the following is wrongly matched for a given intermediate and reaction, okay. So just we have to see the intermediate which is basically going to form, yes, this intermediate is going to form in the Riemann-Tiemann reaction, and this one is also going to form in the Itard reaction, yes, this is Wolff-Kishner reduction also it is okay. Stephen it is not going to form, okay. Please remember this one, in the Stephen reduction it is not going to form. So option fourth is the correct answer of this question, okay. Now I am coming on the next question. See in this question, okay, so in this question what we need to do here, basically question number 59, match the compound in list first with the list second, okay. So what is given here, basically BRF3 is given. Okay, BRF3, if I am going to check this one, so basically this is going to match with the which shape? T shape. Okay, this is having T shape. SF4, if I am going to check SF4, this one is the square folded. Okay, and now if I am checking SiCl6, okay, 2 negative, this is octahedral, and XCOF4, this is the square pyramidal. Okay, so now if I am going to check the answer, which one is the correct answer for this question? So first one is going to match with second. Definitely here two option is this. First A is going to match with second only. Okay, and B is going to match with third. Okay, B is going to match with third, and C is going to match with fourth. Okay, and D is going to match with first. So second option is the correct option for this question. Okay, now I am coming on the next question. Question number 60. Select the correct statement. Okay, we have to select the correct statement here. First one is picric acid and vanillin cannot be distinguished with N2CO3. Okay, so picric acid is highly acidic. This one basically can react with the sodium carbonate, but vanillin is basically not going to react. Okay, and resorcinol and orthocresol cannot be distinguished with phthalate dye test. Okay, one resorcinol also possible, but orthocresol it is not possible, and benzyl amine and aniline can be distinguished by the paratoluene and sulfonyl chloride. Okay, this is also not possible. So what we can say, unsaturation is an organic compound is confirmed by only when both bromine water test and Bayer test are positive. Okay, you are knowing double bonded test are the unsaturation test. Basically we are doing by using the hydroxylation test, commonly known as the Bayer test, or the bromine water test, because brown color of bromine is going to disappear in the solution. So basically that is giving the information double bond are present in the solution. Okay, so if I am going to discuss the correct statement, so fourth one is the correct statement of this question. Okay, now I am coming on the next question. See this one. So here what we have to give, select the correct statement. Okay, what we have to select? We have to select the correct statement. So here boron, silicon, nitrogen and sulfur, this is the electronegativity increasing order. Okay, so this increasing order is wrong only. Okay, this is not a correct order, and both, if I am going to discuss, SiBr4 and PbF4 are with sp3 hybridization. Okay, normally this one having the sp3 hybridization, but you are knowing this bromine and fluorine is highly electronegative. Okay, and the size of Pb is also very high. So identically if we are going to discuss, so sp3 hybridization it is not a more correct. Okay, and nitrogen, phosphorus and arsenic can form d-pi bond. Nitrogen have not a d orbital. Okay, not d orbital, means nitrogen don't having any d orbital. So how it is going to form the d-pi bond? It is not possible. Okay, and titanium, iron and zinc does react with oxygen directly. Okay, yes, metals are basically reacting with the oxygen and they are converting into the oxide basically. Okay, so this is the correct statement. Fourth one is the correct statement for this question. Okay, now I am coming on the next question. See this one here. Identify the correct sequence of reagent for the following conversion. Okay, here one conversion is given. So now we are going to convert the cyanide group, this one, and COOH. Okay, both we are going to convert in CH2OH and CH2OH. So here first one SN plus HCl, NNO2 plus HCl. So this one we are not going to use here. Fe plus HCl, HNO2, 0 degree to 5 degree Celsius. This one also not possible because both we have to change. Okay, this one also not possible. Fourth one is the correct answer of this question. Okay, firstly we have to use the LiAlH4, then it is going to reduce. After that THF, HNO2 we can use, then both it is going to change. So fourth one is the correct answer of this question. Now I am coming on the next question. See this question. In this question what we need to do here, hydrazine can be used in fuel cell. Okay, we are knowing hydrazine we are using in the fuel cell. So here they are basically telling if delta G for the reaction is given, how much it is given delta G. So we can write delta G is given basically minus 600 kilojoule. Okay, so in joule how much we can write? So if I am going to write this one in joule, so exactly in joule how much this one will come? C one time. So this one minus 600 and 30 like this we have to increase. This is going to convert in joule. So now delta G we are getting like this. Okay, and what they are asking, n value how much it will come in the reaction, n value it will come nearly, this is how much it will come, n value how much it will come, n value in the reaction it will come 4 only, okay. So n it will come, n equal to 4 it will come, and now we are knowing the formula. What is the formula? Delta G equal to minus NF, okay, E naught cell. Now what we are going to calculate here? E naught cell we have to calculate, right? So E naught cell equal to what we can say, delta G by minus NF, okay. So now just we have to put the value. What value is given? Basically this one, okay. This is minus 600 and here 30. Divide by how much? N value it is basically coming minus 4 into F value how much? F is basically 9600 500 coulomb, okay. So this value we have to put 96500. If we are putting here, so over minus minus it is going to cancel. So overall this one how much it will come? It will come 1.55 is the final answer. How much it will come? 1.55 it will come the correct answer, okay. So how much it will come? So if I am solving here, so E naught cell exactly how much it will come? E naught cell it will come, if I am solving this one, how much is given? 600, okay. How much? It is given 600, okay. Just I am again going to solve this one, so you see one time. So here this E naught exactly how much it will come? E naught exactly how much it will come? E naught it will come, E naught equal to, E naught cell equal to how much it will come? This one 600 and this is 30 divided by 4 into 96500, right? We are going to get this one, and if we are solving this one, so E naught cell it will come how much? 1.55 volt, this much it will come, okay. How much it will come? 1.55 volt, okay. So which one is the correct answer? Option third is the correct answer of this question. Easily we can solve like this. Now I am coming on the next question, 64 number question. Calculate the pH of a solution containing 0.2 m HCO3 minus and 0.1 m CO3 2 minus, okay. So how we can solve this question? So just for solving this question we have to use the Henderson equation. What equation we have to use? Henderson equation we have to use, okay. What equation we are going to use here? Henderson equation we are going to use. If we are using the Henderson equation here, so Henderson equation pH equal to pKa plus, okay. Here how much? pKa plus here log by, just what we can write, conjugate base divide by acid, okay. So conjugate base divide by acid, okay. So just we have to do like this. If we are doing like this here, so now I am going to put here, because conjugate base value and acid value everything given here, okay. So acid value is given, how much it is given? This is given 0.2, okay, 0.2 m HCO3 minus, okay. So here condition is given, what is given? HCO3 minus equal to, it is given exactly 0.2 m is given, okay. And now if I am going to write CO3 2 minus, so basically it is how much given? It is given here 0.1 m given, okay. One more thing is given, Ka also given. So Ka how much it is coming? It is coming 4 into 10 to the power minus 11. If Ka is given, so what we can calculate here? We can calculate the pKa. So pKa equal to minus of log of Ka, okay. So Ka value how much is basically coming? It is coming 4 into 10 to the power minus 11. So pKa equal to minus of log 10 to the power, here how much we can write? We can write this one C one time. So basically here we can write like this, 4 into 10 to the power minus 11, okay. So here what we can write? pKa equal to 11 minus log 4, and log 4 we can write like this. How we can write? Log 2 to the power 2, and here 11 minus 2 log 2. So here pKa how much it will come? This value how much it will come? So pKa equal to, how much we can write? pKa equal to, it will come nearly 0. Log 2 value how much it is there? Log 2 everyone knowing 0.3 0.3010, right? Like this we can write. So 0.30 we can take here directly, okay? So here pKa equal to 11 minus, okay, and here 2 into 0.3, okay? So what we can write, pKa equal to, this is 11 minus 0.6, okay? Like this we can write. So if we are writing here, so this is how much pKa equal to, it will come 10.4, right? This much will come. pKa equal to how much it will come, 10.4. Now I am going to put the value of pH here. So pH equal to pKa, how much we are getting here, 10.4, okay? Put the value 10.4 and plus here just you put a log, like here conjugate base, how much it is given in the question, see one time, 0.1, okay? So 0.1 it is going to divide by 0.2, okay, understood? So if we are doing like this, so pH equal to 10.4 and plus log 0.5, okay? How much it will come? It will come log 0.5, and 0.5 means, so here pH equal to 10.4 and now minus 0. So how much we can write, 10.4 minus 0.3 we can write, okay? So if we are solving this one, so pH equal to 10.4 minus 0.3, so the exact answer it will come 10.1, okay? So how much it will come, 10.1 it will come. So correct answer is the second one is the correct answer of this question, okay? Now I am coming on the next question, question number 65, okay? So in the question number 65, what is given, the rate constant of a reaction at 27 degrees Celsius is 3 into 10 to the power minus 3 minute inverse, okay? The fraction of a molecules crossing the energy barrier of the reaction at that temperature is 1%, okay? The frequency factor they are asking, what they are asking, frequency factor. So what is the formula, K equal to A to the power, A it is going to multiply by E to the power minus EA by RT, okay? So this is the Arrhenius equation, like this we can write, K equal to A into E to the power minus EA by RT, it is the equation. So here in this basically, what is the barrier is given, what is the condition is given, fraction of molecule crossing the energy barrier, okay? So fraction of molecule, what we can write here, fraction of molecule crossing the energy barrier, molecule crossing the energy barrier, crossing the energy barrier, energy, okay, energy barrier. So this is how much is given, this is given 1%. So 1% means how much, 1% means, so 1% means we are talking about 0.01, okay? So it is means 10 to the power minus 2, okay? It is we are getting how much, 10 to the power minus 2. Now we are going to apply this formula, okay? If we are applying the formula, so K value how much is given, K value how much it is given, it is given 3 into 10 to the power minus 3, okay? Now and here E to the power minus EA by RT means how much it is coming, if I am going to check, so it is basically coming nearly how much, here minus EA by RT, okay? This factor, how much it is coming, it is coming 10 to the power minus 2, okay? How much it is coming, 10 to the power minus 2, okay? E to the power minus EA by RT, it is coming how much, 10 to the power minus 2. So if 2 value we are getting here, so exactly we can calculate the frequency factor A, okay? So here now we are going to put the value, so this is basically how much it will come. So now how we can calculate this question, so we can do one thing, directly we have to put the value. So this is basically how much it is given, K value, here it is given, so 3 into 10 to the power minus 3 equal to A into, it is going to multiply by 10 to the power minus 2. So A equal to how much it will come, 3 into 10 to the power minus 3, it is going to divide by 10 to the power minus 2 and it will go top side. So A equal to 3 into 10 to the power minus 3 into 10 to the power plus 2, okay? So here how much it will come, so A equal to 3 into 10 to the power minus 1 it will come, okay? So this one we can write 0.3, okay? How much we can write, 0.3 minute inverse we can write. How much it is coming, 0.3 minute inverse it is coming. So option 4th is the correct answer of this question, okay? So which one is the correct answer, option basically Fourth is the correct answer of this question, please remember. Okay, after that now I am coming on the next question. See, next question here, what is given? 66. Which of the following is the most suitable method to prepare the N-propyl benzene? Okay, so N-propyl benzene if we are going to use, so for that just we can do one thing. This is also one method, so this is not that much sufficient. Okay, so first one not more suitable, second one also it is not correct because here CH3 is given. This is also not, because cumene we will get, that is isopropyl benzene. Okay, so fourth one is the correct answer of this question. Okay, so fourth one is the correct answer of this question. Now I am coming on the next question, 67 number question. Which is the correct match for all? Okay, just we have to check the correct match. So sucrose, if I am going to check now, so sucrose is basically, it is the going to match on Q, because alpha D glucose and beta D fructose, it is going to join with 1, 2 glycosidic linkage. Okay, now after that starch, it is a basically natural biopolymer. After that now if I am going to discuss the maltose basically giving the positive tolerance test, because here hemiacetyl group basically 3 are present. Okay, and cellulose if I am going to check, so this is basically going to provide beta 1, 4 glycosidic linkage. Okay, so if we are going to check the option, so A is basically going to match with Q. Okay, A is going to match with Q, and after that B is basically going to match with S. B is going to match with S, and after that if C starch, so starch means going to match with R. Okay, so which one is the correct answer? Third one is the correct answer of this question. Please remember this one. Now I am coming on the next question. So here what they are asking, one slope is given, one graph is given. So for a zero order reaction, slope of the graph, okay, they are asking the slope of the graph is given 0.1 and y-intercept is 1m. Okay, rate constant of, so we can compare this one, y equal to mx plus c. Okay, so if we are comparing this one, so this k exactly how much it will come? It will come nearly 0.1 only, because it is already given. So second option is the correct answer of this question. Now I am coming on the next question. See this one, 69 number question. Match the column first with the column second. Okay, so if I am coming here, column first and column second if we are going to match, so here what is given? Mathematical representation for a rate of reaction. Okay, so this is basically we are telling rate law. Okay, and catalyst lowers the rate of reaction by lowering the activation energy, because graph you are knowing, yes or not? Without catalyst it is going like this, with catalyst it is going like this, yes or not? So this is going to lower the activation energy. This point you are knowing very well. After that, if I am writing the value of the rate constant of the pseudo first order reaction depends. Okay, so where it is going to depend on the concentration of the reactant present in the excess. Okay, so C is basically going to match with the second, and unimolecular reaction, order of molecularity of the slowest step equal to 1 only. Okay, it is going to match with first one only. So now if we are going to check, so which one is the correct answer? First is going to match with third. Okay, first is going to match with third, and second one is going to match with fourth. Okay, second one is going to match with fourth. So first option is the correct one option for this question. So which one is the correct answer? First one is the correct answer of this question. Now question number 70, KCl, KBr and KI mixture on heating with concentrated H2SO4 gives gases basically respectively. What gas is going to provide? If H2SO4 reacting with KCl na, so definitely HCl it will come. With KCl, HCl it will come. Okay, with HBr if it is going to react, so here Br2 it will come. Okay, and if it is going to react with Ki, so I2 it will come. Okay, so correct answer HCl, Br2 and I2. Okay, HCl, Br2 and I2. So second answer is the correct answer of this question. Okay, please remember. Okay, so in question number 71, what we need to do here, basically given Na2CO3.10H2OS on calcination, okay, suffers a loss in weight of 41.4%. Okay, and the second statement what is given, 1 mole of Na2CO3 into 10H2O solid with excess of dilute HCl will produce 1 mole of CO2. Okay, so now just what we need to do, firstly just we are going to calculate the molar mass. Okay, so just we are going to check the molar mass of Na2CO3, okay, into 10H2O. If we are heating this one, okay, firstly what we need to do, Na2CO3 into 10H2O, overall we are going to check the molar mass. What we are going to calculate? We are going to calculate the molar mass of this one. So this is here 23 plus 12, okay, plus 16 into 3. Okay, so this will come how much? This is 48, and this is 2 and 3, this is 5, and 2 and 3, 35. Okay, so overall 35 plus 48, so this is 3, and 4, 5, 7, this is 8, 83. How much it will come? Nearly, yes or not? So here, if we are calculating the molar mass of Na2CO3 into 10H2O now, so here what we are getting here, we are going to get overall percent of loss. Firstly we have to check. What we have to check? Percent of loss. So 180 by 286, okay, and multiplied by 100. So this is, we are getting 62.3% nearly we are going to get. Okay, so here how much they are getting? They are getting the loss percent 41%. Okay, so they are giving the loss percent 41%, and we are getting how much? 62.3%. so which is basically not equal. Okay, so this is not equal, so means statement first one is basically incorrect. Okay, and if I am going to write the Na2CO3 into 10H2O with the excess of dilute HCl which produce 1 mole of CO2. Okay, so now I am going to write the reaction. If I am writing the reaction, so see one time how we can write the reaction. Na2CO3, okay, and here 10H2O, when it is going to react with the, okay, HCl na, so what we can write? This is basically, it is going to convert in NaCl plus CO2 plus what it is going to convert 11 mole of H2O. We need to balance the equation, and then after that here this 1 mole, it is basically going to convert in how many mole? 1 mole of CO2. Okay, so second one is the second statement is correct. Okay, so now if we are checking which one is the correct statement for this question, so statement first is wrong and statement second is correct. Okay, so statement first is false and statement second is true. So third one is the correct answer of this question. So third one is the correct answer of this question. Now I am coming on the next question. See this one here, 72 number question. Identify the complex that is correctly matched with the characteristics color. Okay, so here VH2O2 whole 6 3 positive, this is given blue color. Yes, it is not blue, it is basically green color. Okay, what color is there? So this is basically green color. Okay, and COCl2 NH3 whole 4 plus, it is basically violet color. Okay, violet color only. It is also not not a colorless. This is only correct match. This is the pale blue, this is the correct color. Pale blue is the correct color for this. Fourth one is the correct answer of this question. Now I am coming on the next question, 73. So here what we need to do, the standard enthalpies of the formation, and standard enthalpy of formation is given here. CO2 given, H2 also given, and glucose at 25 degrees Celsius are minus 400 kilojoule per mole, minus 300 kilojoule per mole, minus 1300 kilojoule per mole respectively. Okay, the standard enthalpy of combustion per gram of glucose at 25 degrees Celsius is. Okay, so for solving this question, firstly we have to calculate the delta C. Okay, enthalpy of combustion. So delta C we are calculating here. So just what we can do, overall summation, just we have to find enthalpy of formation of the product. Okay, and just here after that minus what we have to write, summation of enthalpy of formation of, here delta H is also required, enthalpy of formation of reactant. Now I am going to write. So just we have to apply this formula. Okay, just we have to apply this formula after writing the reaction. So what we can write here, when we are going to get the delta C now, so delta C, it will come minus 2900 and divide by 180. Okay, this will come. So here delta C overall exactly how much it will come? It will come minus 16.11. It will come in joule only. Okay, so please remember. So which one is the correct answer of this question? So option third is the correct answer for this question. So in this question we have to calculate the enthalpy of combustion. Okay, so enthalpy of combustion if we are calculating, so summation of enthalpy of just formation of, just we are going to find out for the product. Okay, and just after that minus just summation of the enthalpy of formation of product. Okay, Now we are going to discuss this side reactant. Okay, this side reactant, this side product. This formula we have to apply. So here enthalpy of combustion, how much overall we are getting? So enthalpy of combustion we are getting delta H naught C equal to minus 2900 we are getting. Okay, so this much we are getting. So now we can apply the formula. Okay, so if we are going to calculate the standard enthalpy for 1 gram, okay, standard enthalpy for 1 gram. Okay, now I am going to calculate standard enthalpy for 1 gram. Okay, if I am calculating the standard enthalpy for 1 gram, so here this is minus 2900 divided by 180. Okay, this will come in kilojoule. Okay, so here final answer it will come minus 16.11 kilojoule. Okay, so which one is the correct answer? It will come third one is the correct answer of this question. Okay, please remember this one. So third one is the correct answer of this question. Now I am coming on the next question. See this one here, 74 number question. The cryoscopy, here cryoscopic constant of water is basically how much is given? Minus 1.86 Kelvin kg mole inverse. Okay, a 0.01 molar acetic acid solution produces a depression of 0.0194 degrees Celsius in the freezing point. Okay, the degree of dissociation. So just formula directly we are going to apply. So delta TF equal to I into KF into M. Okay, everything is given. So just we need to calculate the I. Delta TF how much is given? Depression of freezing point how much it is given? This is given. Delta TF it is given 0.0194 it is given. Okay, and I we need to calculate, and KF, this is the cryoscopic constant. Okay, so this is basically 1.86. Okay, and after that molality how much it is given? 0.01. It is given 0.01. So if I am solving I, so we are getting I equal to 1.03. Okay, now I am going to calculate the calculation of alpha. So for the calculation of alpha, what we need to do? Okay, calculation of alpha. So calculation of alpha if we are going to do, so here what we can do? I equal to 1 plus n minus 1 alpha. Okay, so what we can do? N value how we can write? Just dissociation we have to do. If we are doing the dissociation of acetic acid, okay, so weak acid only, but what we can write? CS3 COOH it is there na. So when it is going to dissociate, so basically it is going to dissociate like CS3 COO minus, okay, and plus H plus. Okay, so n equal to how much we are going to get here? 2. Okay, n equal to how much we are going to get? 2. Exactly, if we are getting 2 here, so we are going to put the value. So this is 1.03, okay, equal to 1 plus 2 minus 1, okay, alpha. So if we are calculating the alpha here, so alpha it will come 0.043. It will come how much? Alpha equal to 0.043 it will come. So second option is the correct answer of this question. Okay, after that now I am coming on the next question, 75 here. Predict the correct reactivity order. Okay, correct reactivity order we have to tell. So this is basically what? This is 1. Okay, this is for SN1 reaction. It is not valid for SN1 reaction. So if we are observing out of given 4 options, second is also not correct. Okay, and after that now I am coming for third one. So third one is basically what given? It is given for E2 reaction. Okay, so for E2 reaction what it is given here? This is 1 degree. Okay, this is 2 degree, and this is what? 3 degree. So this is valid for E2. This is not a valid for E2. Okay, so this one also not correct. If we are going to check, this is not also following the SN2. And now if I am coming on the option number 3rd here, so in the option number 3rd what we have to know? This is 1 degree, and this is what? This is 2, and this is 3. Okay, so this is the correct, means this is the correct order of E2 reaction. So third one is the correct answer of this question. Now I am coming on the next question, 76. Which of the following amino acid is not a basic amino acid? So lysine and arginine and histidine also. So this is all the, means it is the basic only. So this threonine is not a basic amino acid. Okay, please remember. So which one is the correct answer? Third one is the correct answer of this question. Now I am coming on the next question here, 77. Select the incorrect statement. Okay, just we have to check the which one is the incorrect statement. So here first one, K plus Ca2 plus and Ga3 plus and Si plus 4. Okay, here basically charge factor is going to increase, so definitely polarizing capacity also increases. and this is I3 minus 1 is a non-polar and linear. Definitely sp3 hybridization are there. This is also a correct statement. Okay, after that now I am coming here, BF3 BCl3 BBr3 BI3 BX bond length is going to increase. This is also a correct order. Okay, so all are correct, means this one second one is the incorrect order of this question. Now I am coming on the next question 78. What is given? Which among of the following is the correct for reversible reaction? Okay, so now we are going to talk regarding the reversible reaction. So QC is greater than KC means valid for forward reaction, it is correct. KP is greater than KC, delta Ng is less than 0, yes, it is also okay. So here correct statement they are asking, okay, which among the following is the correct for a reversible reaction? So for a reversible reaction, this condition only valid for this particular point. Okay, this particular point it is valid. Okay, so for the reversible reaction, delta G must be 0. Okay, so equilibrium state is required for that. So third one is the correct answer of this question. Okay, now I am coming on the next question 79. So here which of the following is the correct? Okay, so here this is Br2 high deactivating group, so definitely it won't attack here. Okay, so first one is wrong. Okay, after that breaking is not correct, so second one also wrong. Third one, it must be attack at ortho and para, not meta, this is also wrong. So fourth one is the correct answer of this question. Now I am coming on the next question. What is the maximum number of isomeric forms of C7 H9N that contains a benzene ring? Okay, so here what we can write? One we can write like here, this is benzene ring. Okay, and here what we can write? CH3 CH2 NH2 we can write like this one, and one more we can make like how we can make NHCH3 we can make, and after this ortho, para and meta. Okay, this three condition more after that we can make. So total how much? 1 2 and 3 4 and 5. So total how much it will come? 5 it will come. So 5 is the correct answer of this question. Okay. Okay, so for question number 81, what we need to do here? CSCl3 is given, Az and Fe is given. Okay, so if it is going to react, so with Az if we are reacting, so this is going to convert in CH triple bond CH only. Okay, and after cyclic trimerization, it is going to convert in benzene. Okay, and after that when benzene is going to react with CH3Cl, then toluene it is going to convert, right? It is going to convert in toluene, and toluene means KMnO4, so it is basically going to convert in benzoic acid, right? COOH. So here out of all the statement, select the correct statement for B. So B is more acidic than methanoic acid. B on the mono nitration gives para-nitro benzoic acid as a major product. Okay, and B on the reaction with NH3 overheat gives the secondary amide. Okay, so B is basically less reactive than benzene towards nitration. Yes, it is the correct statement. Okay, so we have to know this one is the, so this one is the basically correct statement for this question. Now I am coming on the next. Okay, so in 86 number question, what we can do here, isobutylene is basically given. So if I am going to write this one, so this is CS3. Okay, and this one also CS3 is basically given, and when it is going to react with H2PD, so what we can do, just we are going to break this bond. So here this is CH2. Okay, so here if this bond is going to break, so here what will come? CS3, and this is CS3, and this is one H, and this is also CS3. Okay, after that when it is going to react with KMnO4, so definitely here what will come? KMnO4 if we are doing, so this is basically going to convert in what condition? This is basically going to convert in OH, right? So here OH it will come, and after that what we are going to tell you, when it is going to react with C6H5 MgBr. Okay, C6H5 MgBr. Okay, when it is going to react with, so this is minus and this is plus. Okay, so what condition will come? This is minus and this is plus. So basically here this H plus it will come here, and this will go here. Okay, so here one product benzene it will come, and another one what will come? Another product, this is CS3, and this side also CS3, and this side also CS3, and this is O, and after that MgBr. Okay, so which one is the correct answer if we are going to check? So option 4th is the correct answer of this question. Okay, now I am coming on the next one, 83. So which among the following is an incorrect statement. Okay, so incorrect statement, just we have to find. The law of multiple proportion was proposed by Dalton. Okay, multiple proportion is proposed by Dalton. This is totally incorrect statement, this is totally correct. Okay, so the oxidation state of Br atom in the tribromo octaoxide are +6 +4 +6. Okay, this is also okay. The number of hydrogen molecule present in 1 cc of H2 gas at STP are 2.67 into 10 to the power 90. Yes, this is also correct. But here FeCO whole 5 if I am going to check, so here what they are asking, they are asking the oxidation state, it will come 0 only. It is the wrong answer. Okay, so fourth one is the answer of this question. Now I am coming on the next question, 84. The number of reaction in which elementary gaseous product are formed. Okay, so gas will form with HCl and with water. Okay, so definitely here 2 will come. Total how many product of gaseous, it will come 2 only. Okay, so second is the correct answer of this question. Okay, now I am coming, identify the incorrect combination. You have to identify the incorrect combination. So Ca2 plus when it is going to combine with NH4 whole twice C2O4, white precipitate formation will come, it is correct only. Okay, Cu2 plus, yes, brown only, it is also correct. And Ba2 plus yellow, it is also correct. And Al, this is not correct. Okay, so fourth one is the correct answer of this question. Now I am coming on the next question, 86. So which of the following is a temperature dependent factor? So this is basically here Henry constant only, temperature dependent factor. So second is the correct answer of this question. Now I am coming on the next one, 87 here. Read the following statement. Okay, so here some statement are given, all the statement you have to read, and what you have to select, correct statement you have to select. Okay, so here basically XCO3 is a colorless explosive solid. Okay, and it is okay, this is correct. And after that only one noble gas xenon is obtained as a decay product of Ra. This is not correct. Okay, and first ionization enthalpy of oxygen atom is almost equal to the xenon. This is also wrong only. XeF2 plus PF5, it is going to react, so this 2 compound formation will come. This D also correct. Okay, so what we can say, A and D are the correct answer of this question. So second one is the correct answer of this question. Now I am coming here, 88. Given below are 2 statements. Here 2 statements are given. Statement first, alpha and beta form of sulfur can exist in the dynamic equilibrium at 369 Kelvin. Okay, and statement second are given, at room temperature the stable crystalline form of sulfur is monoclinical sulfur. Okay, so here what we can say, both statement first and second if we are going to discuss. Okay, so first one is correct and second one is false. Okay, so which one is the correct answer? First one is true but second statement is false. Okay, first statement is okay but second statement is false. Okay, now I am coming the next question here. What is given? 89. Which of the following is a incorrect statement? Okay, just you have to tell the incorrect statement here. So para dichlorobenzene and meta-dichlorobenzene cannot be purified with the simple distillation. Okay, so this one basically definitely we can do. Okay, COOR, CN, CHO, NH2, IUPAC priority order functional group, this is also correct. And here magnet ion can undergo for disproportionation reaction, this is also correct. So fourth one is the incorrect statement. Okay, so fourth one is the incorrect statement of this question. Okay, now last question I am coming here. Incorrect statement among the following are. Okay, just you have to identify the incorrect statement. Okay, so here phenolphthalein is a weak organic base. Okay, and after that here ferrous ammonium sulfate is a primary standard in volumetric analysis. Okay, so this is also, if we are going to discuss, this is also wrong only. Okay, so this is wrong and this one also wrong. Sodium hydroxide is a primary standard in volumetric analysis, this is also wrong. Solution of Mohr salt should be heated during titration with the potassium permanganate solution. Okay, so this is also wrong. So overall if we are going to discuss, so what will come? Second one, ABCD only. Okay, ABCD only means just we are going to discuss here all the statement ABCD, all the statement are incorrect only. Okay, so basically I given the all the solution of all the question, you all please go through from all the solution of the question. Thank you so much for joining the session. Thanks.
Hello students, let's begin with the discussion of Grand Test 8 with the physics portion over here. Let's begin with the first problem what we have. So first problem is basically based on capacitor plates. I hope you can easily solve this. We just need to match whatever are the correct answers. It's a simple problem. Many of you must have solved this. The correct answer over here is going to be option number 3. Moving ahead, the magnetic field at P due to parallel long current carrying wire conductors is B. So in this situation, obviously due to this, it's in the dot direction. So it's going to be upward over here, and due to this also it will be upward. Now they're saying if the current in any wire is reversed, the new magnetic field at P will be. Now if you reverse this, the downward magnetic field will be here. So basically the magnetic field, if you can imagine, will be changing. So if any wire is reversed, the new magnetic field at P. So if any wire is reversed, the magnetic field at P will obviously change, right? And if you change this, then the magnetic field will be downward. If you change this, the magnetic field will again be downward. So it's just going to be the subtraction of B1 plus B2 and B1 minus B2. The correct answer over here is going to be 3 by 5 times B. Find the value of Q so that the net field at P due to all charges is equal to 0. I hope this is a very simple problem in which you don't need to give any effort over here. Both are positive charges. The net due to both of them will be upward, and due to this it should be downward, and that's the reason it should be negative, and only one option has negative charge over here. Moving ahead, in any AC circuit, the applied instantaneous voltage is equal to the algebraic sum of the instantaneous voltage across the series elements of the circuit. This is correct, right? In any AC circuit, the applied RMS voltage is equal to the algebraic sum of the instantaneous voltage across the series element of the RMS voltage. This is absolutely wrong. This is absolutely wrong. So the point is, we talk about the V at any point is across the resistor plus across the inductor plus across the capacitor, and here the functions are given in the form of sine, right? So these are instantaneous values. We don't relate the RMS value over here. Now once we get the sinusoidal function of V, then we find out whatever is the amplitude by root 2 will give us the RMS value. So the RMS element is not valid, but the first one is correct. That means statement 1 is correct and statement 2 is incorrect over here. The average value of RMS for the given sinusoidal variation. Now see, this is the mod of this. That means there's no negative loop over here existing. It's a standard one for half a loop. The answer is 2V0 upon pi. So that's going to be the right answer, the average for all of them. Young's modulus of a wire of length L. This is a very famous type of a question which has been asked in JEE Mains multiple times, and it's a brain teaser kind of a case in which the Young's modulus never changes with the geometry of the material. A hollow sphere has an outer radius capital R and an inner radius capital R by 2. An amount charge Q of electric charge is uniformly distributed in the volume of the sphere. Find the electric field in the annular part at capital R by 2 and small r by 2. Okay, so what you need to do over here is a simple analysis. What is the simple analysis? The simple analysis over here is take a portion R, draw a Gaussian surface, okay, and whatever is the electric field line over here, try to do integration E dot dA. dA over here is simply going to be how much? So electric field line at all points is going to be same. So E into the total surface area will be 4 pi small r square, correct? And that eventually will be how much? That eventually will be equal to Q enclosed. So Q enclosed is the charge over here. Now how you are going to find out the charge over here? Okay, so you will have to first define rho. Rho is the total charge Q upon the volume which is present, which is 4 pi by 3 capital R cube minus small r cube. Okay, and the small r is given as R by 2. So this is R by 2 whole cube, correct? So from here you will get R cube minus R cube by 8, which is going to be 7 R cube by 8. Okay, this will be the rho. Now once you have defined rho, so rho into this volume. Now this volume will be how much? It is again going to be 4 pi by 3 the small r square minus again R by 2 whole cube. Sorry, small r cube minus R by 2 whole cube. This is the Q enclosed whole divided by epsilon naught. Now keep the value of rho as this. You will see 4 pi by 3 getting cancelled, and finally you will get the answer in terms of that only. Whatever is the value, just you need to keep it over here. I hope I have given you the approach. Now just keep the value of rho, you will get the relevant electric field over here. Option number 1 will be the right answer. Okay, so it's calculative undoubtedly, but it can be solved using Gauss law, right? Now zeroth law of thermodynamics led us to the concept of temperature. Yes, this is correct. First law of thermodynamics is the general law of conservation of energy. So A is correct, that means here, rejected here and here. Okay, this is also right. First law of thermodynamics is the general law of conservation of energy applied to any system in which energy transfer from or to the surrounding is taken. This is also perfectly right. Yes, it talks about conservation of energy only. So B is also correct, that means this is correct. This is rejected, A and 4. Second law of thermodynamics implies that no heat engine can have efficiency eta equal to 1 or refrigerator can have coefficient. This is also perfectly right. So fourth is the correct one. Two concentric coplanar circular conducting loops have radii capital R and small r. Their mutual inductance is proportional to. So what is going to be the mutual inductance proportional to? It's a standard value that will be directly proportional to R square upon capital R. An ideal gas, after going through a series of 4 thermodynamic states in order, reaches the initial state again. So it's a cyclic process. The amount of heat and W in the states are follows. What we need to find out is the efficiency, or basically, yes, the ratio of network given by totally absorbed by the gas is eta %. Okay, the value of X and eta are nearly. The ratio of the network done by the gas to the total heat. This is not network, this is work. Okay, so there should be a space. The net work done by the gas to the total heat absorbed. So wherever you are getting the positive heat over here, as in this case and as in this case, that will be the net input. And wherever you are getting, add all these work dones. Add all these work dones, you will get what? You will get basically the value of the net W over here. Okay, but one of the W is missing. So one of the W is missing. What do you mean by this? So see, simply the delta Q will be equal to delta U plus work done according to first law. Now this is 0 because this is a cyclic process. Okay, so it's a cyclic process. That means you add all of them and you add all of them. They both will be equal. So through that you will get the value of X. And once you have got the value of X, add all these work done and divide only by this Q1 and Q4. You will get the efficiency. Okay, so based on that, option number 2 will be correct, right? The expression of mean free path, if we consider that only one molecule is moving, very important. When only one molecule, see standard textbook, we remember the formula, it turns out to be 1 upon root 2 pi n into d square. But for a single molecule, it turns out to be 1 upon n into pi d square. Okay, we imagine a cylinder and the relative velocity is just v. Okay, so based on that, you get option number 1 only. Okay, for a single molecule. Always remember that for a single molecules it is this, and for bunch of molecules or other molecules the formula is this. Consider the following two statements A and B and identify the correct choice in the given answers. The access pressure inside a small liquid drop is more than that of a big drop. Yes sir, this is absolutely correct because the R is small. The liquid wets a solid if the angle of contact between them is acute. Absolutely correct. Both 1 and 2 are right. Magnetic needle lying parallel to magnetic field requires W unit of work to turn it through 60 degrees. The torque required to maintain the needle at this position will be. The torque required will simply be equal to P cross E. That means PE into sine of 60 degree. Okay, because initially they both are parallel. The magnetic field line and the magnetic moment is parallel to each other, right? Now the work done over here is going to be how much? So the work done will be the change in potential energy. That means the final potential energy, final potential is minus P cos 60 and initially was minus of P into E, right? So you solve it, you will get the value of W and then replace it, you will get the value of torque. Correct answer over here is going to be 1, root 3 W. There are 3 conducting spherical shells, shell 1 and 3 are earth. The potential of the middle conducting shell carrying a charge Q. It is a bit time consuming question, but we can solve it. See, this is earth and there is charge Q over here. So ultimately the potential of this surface and this surface should be constant. I hope this is making sense. Now how to make the potential over here and here as constant? So for that you assume that Q1 charge has reached this place and Q2 charge has reached this place. Now if Q1 charge has reached this place and Q2 has reached this place, so what will be the potential of this point? It will be due to this KQ1 by A, KQ by 2A, KQ2 by 3A. That will be equal to 0. You get equation number 1. Next equation how you get? Next equation you get through KQ2 by 2A, 4A, KQ by 4A and KQ1 by 4A. That also over here will be 0. So you establish V equals to 0 over here, V equals to 0 over here. You are going to get two equations out of it. Now once you get two equations out of it, the two equations which you will solve, then eventually you will be able to find out what they are asking, the potential of the middle conducting of charge Q. So you will get the value of Q1 and Q2 in terms of Q, which already is given. And then the potential of the center one will be equal to KQ1 by 2A, KQ by 2A and KQ2 upon 4A over here. Okay, I hope this point is making sense. So it's just the inside and the outside body over here. The correct answer in this scenario is going to be option number 1. So the potential of the middle conducting shell carrying a charge Q is going to be 1 volt. Okay. A black body has maximum length lambda m at temperature 2000 Kelvin. Its corresponding wavelength at the temperature 3000 Kelvin will be how much? So at 2000 Kelvin, see, understand this point, the maximum wavelength which is emitted, that is inversely proportional to the temperature, correct? So based on this, if lambda 1 is lambda only, lambda m, and we need to find out the value of lambda dash, and the temperature at which we are trying to calculate is 3000 and this is 2000. So lambda dash will be equal to 2 by 3 times lambda m. Standard textbook problem based on Cauchy's relation. Option number 2 is correct. The resistance of a conductor of length L and area A having current density and electric field. See, J is equal to sigma times E. You can, J is given, E is given, you can find out the value of sigma. Sigma is conductivity. Now sigma is 1 upon resistivity. So you will get the value of resistivity from that. And once you have got the value of resistivity, it is rho L upon A. Clear? Or you can also write 1 upon sigma L upon A. So you will get the value of resistance because L and area are given. Based on this, option number 4 will be the correct answer over here. In the given network, R1, R2 and small r are given. In the steady state, now please imagine in the steady state, basically the potential difference across this is fixed and it is fully charged. It is fully charged, okay? So no current will be flowing through that. That means in steady state, the entire current will follow over here. It will flow through this, it will flow through this, and it will flow through this, like this, okay? So the potential difference across this will be how much? Whatever is the potential difference across this combination. Now this is given as 4 ohm, this is given as 1 ohm, and this is given as 5 ohm. So across this combination, you can see it is 4 plus 1, which is 5, and this is also 5. That means the entire E value is given as, the E value is given as 10 volt. That means across this, the potential difference will be 5 volt, correct? Then across this capacitor is going to be across this and this. So you need to divide this 10 based on 4 and 6. What is the potential difference? You will get the value of V also over here, correct? Once you have got the value of potential difference, I can easily calculate it also. The V is directly proportional to the resistance R. So V will be equal to 6 upon 6 plus 4 into 10. So it will be cancelling, that means 6. Here the V will be 6 volt. Now you have got the value of 6. So now you can find out the charge stored in C1, which will be equal to C1 into V. C1 is 2, 2 into 5, which is 10 microfarad, which stands for 10 is to minus 5. So A is for 2. A is for 2 means in first option only it is carrying. So 1 is the right answer, right? Based on that, charge in C2 also is this C2 into 6. You will get the value. Energy stored in C2 also half C2 V2 square. The potential difference between point A and B will be. So what is going to be the potential drop difference between A and B? See, this is 2. So this 2 will be divided equally between all of them. So this is going to be 2 by 3. This is going to be 2 by 3. This is going to be 2 by 3. Correct? Similarly, here also it's going to be 2 by 3. Here also it's going to be 2 by 3. And here also it's going to be 2 by 3 because this and this circuit is in series, right? So if you assume the potential over here to be plus 2 and here to be 0, so 2 minus of 2 by 3, which is going to be how much? It's going to be 4 by 3 volt over here, and 2 minus 2 by 3 minus 2 by 3, this will be 2 by 3 volt over here. So the difference is just 2 by 3. Option number 1 is the right answer. A boat carrying steel balls is floating on the surface of water in a tank. If the balls are thrown into the tank, see, in the boat, the steel balls will displace more amount of liquid because they are getting balanced. But when you place them directly in water, they seep in, they sink to the bottom because they are not able to displace more amount of water. So the level will always fall. Remember this thing, this is a standard problem. 4 closed surfaces S1, S2, S4. together with the charges minus 2q, q and minus q as shown the electric flux. I think this is a simple one. You just need to talk about the enclosed charge, and based on that you will be able to solve it and just match the column. Option number 4 will be the correct answer over here. The value of escape speed on a certain planet is 2 kmph. The value of orbital speed for the satellite close to its surface, see VO is VE by root 2. So it's going to be root 2. Simple. Option number 3 is direct problem. Pitch of screw gauge is 0.5 mm. Its head scale contains 50 divisions. The least count is simply going to be the pitch upon the number of division. Correct. That means 0.5 mm whole divided by 50. Okay. So you'll get the answer. It's going to be 0.001 mm. The force defined by F equals to alpha t square plus beta t acts on a particle at a given time. The factor which is dimensionless if alpha and beta are constants. The factor which is dimensionless if alpha and beta are constants. Okay, so alpha will have the dimension which will be equal to Newton into t raised to the power minus 2, and beta will have the dimension which will be equal to Newton into t raised to the power minus 1. So yes, undoubtedly alpha upon beta should be there, correct, and you will have to alpha upon beta upon t, alpha upon beta or beta into t, sorry, alpha into t. Yes, option number 2 will be correct. If you just multiply t with it, it will be t raised to minus 1, and divide it, it will be alpha t upon beta. Small block slides down on a smooth inclined plane starting from rest at t equals to 0. Let Sn and Sn plus 1 be the distances travelled by the block in nth and n plus 1th second respectively. Then the ratio of Sn upon Sn plus 1th is, no problem, I think this is easy. Small block slides on a smooth inclined plane starting from rest, Sn and Snth plus 1 will be in the ratio of, okay, so u is equal to 0, right? U plus a by 2 into 2n minus 1. So this is 0, so this is the displacement in the nth one. Displacement in Sn plus 1th one will be, this will be again, this is 0, so a by 2 into 2 times n plus 1 minus 1. Correct. You divide both of them, a by 2 cancel. So 2n minus 1 whole divided by 2n plus 2 minus 1. That means 2n plus 1. So 2n minus 1 upon 2n plus 1. Option number 2 is correct. Right. Vehicle starts from rest and accelerates at 5 meters per second square at t equals to 4. The ball is dropped out of the window of sufficient height by a person sitting in the vehicle. What is the velocity and acceleration of the ball at 6 seconds? So see, since it is accelerating after 4 seconds, it will be 5 into 4. That means it will be 20 meters per second, the car's velocity. Now if you're dropping, that means the ball will have 20 meters per second and it will be following an accelerated path due to acceleration due to gravity. The path will be over here. So they're asking what is the velocity and acceleration of the ball. So acceleration is going to be 10 meters per second, and based on that only I can clearly say option number 4 will be right. And velocity will be, you can find out, horizontal will be 20, vertical will be 10 into 4, which is 40 meters per second. So it's just going to be the vector sum of both of them. Okay, right sir, correct. Oh, not 40, the velocity and acceleration of the ball at t equals to 6. That means just 2 seconds later. So 2 seconds later it will be 20 only. So it's going to be 20 root 2. Right. Two particles A and B are connected by a rigid rod. The rod slides along perpendicular rails. Okay. So here what is the velocity of B? So see, this is VB, this is VA. Now the component of VA along this is 60, so it will be VA cos 60. And this is 30, so it will be VB cos 30. Now basically this value and this value will be same because this is the condition of rigid body. Based on this, option number 3 will be correct, the velocity of B. System consists of 3 masses. This is a standard question which is a PYQ of NEET. Okay, the masses M1 hangs freely and M2 and M3 are on rough horizontal track. The pulley is frictionless and the negligible mass, the downward acceleration is. So here you consider both of the masses as same. Okay, it is 2m. So there will be a friction force that will be nu 2 mg. This is tension and here it is tension and this is mg. So mg minus t equals to m into a, and t minus 2 nu mg will be equal to 2m into a. So that means acceleration they are asking, right? So acceleration will be equal to mg minus of 2 nu mg whole divided by 3m. This will be the value of acceleration. So 1 minus 2 nu g upon 3. Option number 3 is correct. One end of a string of length L is connected to a particle of mass small m and the other end is connected to a small peg on a smooth horizontal table. One end of the string of length L is connected to a particle of mass m and other is connected to a small peg on a smooth horizontal. Circle with speed v, the net force on the particle will be. It's connected to a particle small m and the other is connected to a small peg on a smooth horizontal surface. Okay, it's like this. The net force on the particle directed towards center will be. The net force on the particle directed towards the center is obviously going to be T, right? This will be the net force. This will be the net force. That's it. If you are considering that mv square by r is also a force, no. This acts like centripetal force. The net force on it is T only. Okay? So T is the right answer. Force F equals to 20 plus 10y acts on a particle in negative direction where F is in Newton. Y is the work done by the force to move a particle. Simple integration F dot dy you need to do. Integrate it. 20 plus 10y, you can do it from 0 to 1. Option number 2 will be correct. A uniform rod of length 200 centimeter and mass 500 gram is balanced on a wedge placed at 40 centimeter mark. Mass of 2 kg suspended from the rod at 20 centimeter and another unknown mass m is suspended from the rod at 160 centimeter mark as shown in the figure. Then the value of small m such that the rod is in equilibrium. The value of small m. What will be the value of small m over here such that the rod is in equilibrium? Okay, so you just need to talk about rotational equilibrium. Uniform rod of length 200 and mass 500 gram. Okay, so there's going to be at 100 centimeter mark, you will have the mass which is 500 gram, which you can consider as half kg. So 1 by 2 into g. Then there is a wedge placed at 40 centimeters. So we don't know anything about wedge. Let's assume we are going to calculate net torque equals to 0 about the wedge only. So this is at 100 centimeter mark, right? Because the entire length is 200. So half g into 100, which will be clockwise. Similarly, mg into from this 40 the distance is. So see, half g into distance from this 40 to 100 is 60 plus this mg into this distance 160 minus 40 is 120. That will be equal to, due to this 2 kg, that is 2g into 20 to 40 is 20. Equate this, you will get the value of small m. Okay, it will be option number 4. Moving ahead, time period of a geostationary satellite is 24 hours if it is at a height of 6 RE. RE is the radius of Earth from surface of Earth. Okay. The time period of another satellite whose height is 2.5 RE from surface will be. See, T square is directly proportional to R cube. So I think based on this, you can easily find out the answer. It's going to be option number 1. Transverse wave represented by equation. Now see, this is a nice problem. Sin pi by 6 is involved in the amplitude. So amplitude is 4 sin 30, that is 2. Amplitude is 2. Clear? So this is wrong. Wavelength is 2 pi upon k. That means 2 pi by 3. This is also wrong. Speed is coefficient of t upon coefficient of x, 15 by 3. 5. Yes, this is correct. Option number 3. Capacitor of capacitance C is connected across AC source of voltage V given by V equals to V0 sin omega t. The displacement current is. The displacement current over here is dq by dt, which is C into dV by dt over here. You can differentiate it, get the value. That's going to be the displacement current. It's going to be option number 1. Moving ahead, which of the following is the longest wave? So between them, radio waves are the longest waves. They can travel a lot distance. Concave mirror of focal length f1 is placed at a distance d. This is a standard problem in which the light rays come from infinity. They go over here, right? And they again retrace their path back. Okay, for this to happen, this should be the center of curvature for this mirror. That means this distance is going to be 2 times f1 and this will be the f2 over here. So distance should be 2 times f1 plus f2, option number 3. A concave mirror of focal length, okay, it's a compound microscope. The focal length of objective lens is 1.2 centimeter. Focal length of eyepiece is 3 centimeter. Done. When object is kept at 1.25 centimeter in front of objective, the final image is formed at infinity. So based on this, you'll find out first using lens formula the image distance, and then when the image distance is clear, you'll be able to find out that the image will be placed at the focus over here. Okay, so magnifying power of the compound microscope will be, you will be able to find out the value of length also, right? So I think this is again a simple problem. You can find out the value of the magnifying power. Option number 1 will be the correct answer over here. Formula based problem. At the first minima adjacent to the central maximum of a single slit deflection pattern, the phase difference between the Huygens wavelet from the edge of the slit and the wavelet from the midpoints of the slit is, it is pi radian, sir. Okay. Which other phenomena is not common for sound? So sound is also a wave. That means it can show interference, it can show diffraction, it can show coherence, but it cannot show polarization. Reason being because polarization is specifically for electric field vector in EM waves. Sound waves you cannot polarize. A photoelectric emission process from a metal of work function 1.8 eV, the kinetic energy of most energetic electron is 0.5 eV. The corresponding stopping potential is, the corresponding stopping potential is going to be 0.5 V, because whatever is the K max, that is equal to E into Vs. A 200 watt sodium street lamp emits a willow light of 0.6 micrometer. According to it, be 25% efficient in converting electrical energy to light. The number of photons of yellow light is emitted per second. It's a simple problem. The number of photons emit per second is, so you want this much power, right? And the wavelength is this, so every photon will have hc upon lambda. You can find out the energy of every wavelength. According to it, 25% efficient in converting electrical energy to light. Okay, so right, so whatever is the energy over here, 25% of this yields 200 watt. Okay, so based on that, you will be able to find out the number of photons which are striking, capital N, small n per second. And see, this is going to be the case. Let's say small n number of, capital number of photons are striking. Every photon has energy hc upon lambda. So this is the total energy divided by time. This is the power, and 25%, that is 1 by 4. This will be equal to 200 watt. hc value you know, 12400 in EV angstrom. This lambda also you know, it is given in micrometers. So change the values. You will get the value of this they are asking, small n. Okay, so I hope there is no trouble in this. Total energy of an electron in an atom in an orbit is minus 3.4 eV. Its kinetic and potential energies. See, whatever is the total energy, the positive of that is the kinetic. So kinetic is plus. Potential is just double of that. That means option number 2 is right. In the nuclear emission stated above, the mass number and atomic number of product Q respectively are. The mass number and atomic number of product Q. So what is going to be the mass number? See here, alpha particle is being released 24. So it turns out to be 80 and 286. Then E positive is getting released. That means this is going to be plus 1. That means 79 and 286. The mass number remains unchanged. Then beta negative is getting released. If beta negative is getting released, this will be 80 and 286. And again beta negative, that means 81 into 286. So 81 into 286, option number 4 is correct. Solar energy is due to, so solar energy is due to the fusion reaction which is taking place on sun. The given circuit has two ideal diodes connected as shown in the figure. The current flowing through the resistance R1 will be. So here you are going to consider them as ideal diodes. That means no current will flow through this because this is in reverse biasing. The current will flow through this. So the current flowing through resistance R1, where is R1? Over here. So 2 and 2, correct? So 10 upon 4, which is 2.5 ampere. Option number 1 is correct. The circuit diagram shown here have correspond to the logic gate. This is a simple problem. It represents to the NOR gate over here. Okay. Then only the LED bulb will glow. Okay. So based on the paper, it's a very rational kind of a paper which should be created for NEET. If in REET such a kind of a paper comes, it's going to be a good one, much better than the actual NEET paper which has been conducted. Okay. So it has some good quality questions which require time, and this paper can be solved in a duration of 1 hour. Okay, so that's all for this paper. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care. We'll connect in the next one. Till then, take care, everyone. Thank you.